situation, this is what I want to show you here, this is what I try to teach you on my channels. Now we got D.I.Y. Auto School, and we also got SWRC. Now I do got some fluky channels out there that are just random BS channels, but on my two main channels, which is SWRC and D.I.Y. Auto School, this is the kind of stuff that I try to focus on so you can do stuff better in your life. Let's take a look at it and I'll explain. So if you look around, you can see I'm in here by myself. Nobody's here helping me, nobody's here talking to me, nobody's getting in my way, nobody's offering to help. And I'm basically by myself doing a rotisserie job. Now this car was actually sitting like this about 15 minutes ago. And I gotta work on the bottom of the car. I gotta work on the bottom of it. And for me to do that, I had to twist the whole body of the car so it's up and down just like you see, so I can work on it. Now, to do this type of job usually takes two people. Well, I don't have anybody here and I can't wait around. If I wait around, I might end up waiting till eternity for someone to come over and say, let me help you out. So what I've done is I devised myself a situation, or should I say a solution for the situation, so I can do this by myself. That's the whole key here, people. By myself. You've got to get out there, you've got to learn how to do stuff by yourself so you can take care of yourself all alone without anybody helping you. Let me show you what's going on. Now, in my floor, and here's one right here, in the floor of my shop, I have pivot points that have chains in them. And this is normally used for a frame machine. You can see where I got the come along tied down to the floor. It comes up here, I got a chain wrapped around the top of the vehicle on the opposite side. And then of course I'm using my come along to pull it over. But we're not done there. So normally when you're pulling all this weight and you're twisting the body, what's going to happen is our rotisserie is going to start rolling forward to wherever we're pulling at. This would be far away, this would be close. So it'd be pulling closer and it wouldn't be accomplishing anything. So what I did, I went over here, I took another chain and I tied this down to the floor. You can see how I wrapped it around the center beam there. And then I tied it to this point here, and I tied it to that point there. Now, once again, you're not going to have this stuff in your garage. But what you will have is other obstacles and other detours that you can take for you to do this stuff by yourself. So, before I loosen my come along off, what I want to do is I want to tighten this down. I'm going to take my wrench, and I'm going to make sure that this is super tight. Now, this particular rotisserie has two locking points, and I'm going to go ahead and lock both of them down because we really got to strain. When your rotisserie sitting like this, you got this big car sitting sideways, that's putting a lot of strain on it because the car wants to go back. So we're going to tighten this down as tight as we can get it, and then I'm going to go ahead and get a wrench and tighten this one down as well. But what I'm doing here is I'm doing this by myself with nobody helping me. I don't have people out here bullshitting with me. I don't have anybody out here hanging out because I have got to get my shit together. I've got to get my shit together so I can be my person, not anybody else's. Does that make sense? So by me figuring this out all by myself using my brain power, I have now acknowledged that I can do stuff by myself. I can get off my ass, I can go outside, I can do what I got to do because I'm thinking, I'm using my brain, and I'm reacting. If this wouldn't have worked, then I would have went to plan B, which I don't even know what plan B is, but there would have been a plan B if this wouldn't have worked. Do you get the idea here? Is it making sense? Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is nobody's going to do anything for you. Nobody is going to hold your hand when you get to a certain age in life and you have to fend for yourself. You can sit around, you can mope and grope, and you can whine and cry how broke you are. You don't have no money. You don't know how you're going to pay your bills. But on the other hand, can I do that again? That was kind of loud. I'm going to wake you up. On the other hand, there's tools out there. You've got tools inside your brain. There's acknowledgments that you can use to get ahead in life, to get past all the bad times that are occurring right now. You know, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say, I thank God that I have work. I'm going to go ahead and say that. But on the other hand, I'm also going to say this. Can I go ahead and talk for a minute here while I'm working? I'm busy. Let me talk, please. I'm going to go ahead and say this as well. God only helps those who help themselves. God, in a way, sent me this job, but I went out and found the job. I thank God that I have work to pay my bills, but on the other hand, I didn't sit on my lazy ass and think that some miracle was going to come down from heaven and say, here you go. That isn't how it works. Right here, this is what works. Using your brain, believing in God, but mostly in yourself. That's what counts. I have taken a two-man job and converted it into a one-man job. You might be saying, well, you did that because you got the floor ties. No, I didn't do it because I got floor ties. I didn't do it because of that. I did it because I used my brain. If I wouldn't have had floor ties, I would have figured out another way to do it. See, the terminology for all this that I'm telling you, the terminology that we can use is positive attitude, positive thinking. Without that, you're nothing. You're nothing. You might have just lost your job. You might have just ran out of unemployment. You might be disabled and they aren't giving you disability. Does that mean that your life is ending? Does that mean that you have to sit around and mope and grope and feel sorry for yourself? Let me go ahead and tell you my deal, if I may. Okay, let me go ahead and explain something to you about me. Get that off of there. I am not a quitter. I'm not a loser. And I keep my mind in that position all the time. When I start a job, I finish it. I have a house and a shop in Moab, Utah that I can't even go live at because I have promises, dedications, and jobs that I got to finish here before I leave. I could tell these people to go stick it in their ass. I could do that if I want, but I will not do that because that is part of the dedication that it takes to be number one in your life. To follow through with what you said you will do and finish it to the end. Whether it's not as good as you planned or it's better than you expected, you have got to finish everything to the end. And then it's time for you to pack your shit and move on in life. Personally, I really don't like doing these types of videos. I would rather sit here and show you videos of how to do stuff instead of sit here and preach to you like I'm your personal psychiatrist. But every now and then, everybody needs a wake-up call, even my friend Pete. We're living in times right now that are very depressing, not just for you, but for everybody in the world. And we got to get through this, not together, but as one person. And if you can't get it together by yourself, then there's none of this all for one and one for all situation. You've got to be able to take care of yourself, use your thinking power, positive attitudes, and get out there and be somebody and do what it takes to do to survive and make yourself happy. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, figuring out ways to do stuff by myself without having my hand held. We'll see you later. Take it easy and good luck. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. And if you're not a subscriber to this channel, please subscribe. And also leave a comment of how you feel about being yourself, doing for yourself, and having that positive attitude to say, I'm going to wake up in the morning. Thank you very much, Jesus Christ. God, he's a little dog, but he's got World War VII on his mind when it comes to doing that. Come on over here. Because when you're all done doing for yourself, look what we got here. Come on over here.
I'm zooming in.
Come on over here.
That's
Come over here. Come over here.
You're blowing it
It's
this
all
way.
God.
Yeah.
It's all God.
Yeah.
It's all God. Come on over here, close. When you're all done doing for yourself, then you can start doing for others. And look what we got here. Our buddy, the Elkins, up in Air Grove, I guess that's Michigan. Out in Elk Grove, Michigan. Sent my friend Pete a box. We're going to open it up and see what it is. Because somebody's doing something right out there and helping themselves before they help others. And he called me. And these scissors suck. These aren't doing me no good.
Well, be easy.
Well, I'm trying.
Don't
Okay.
poke your eye out.
Well, yeah, we don't want to do that. We know Axel's doing for himself and everybody else. So anyway, this is what the real deal is right here. You see what I'm talking about? Look what this guy sent me, a whole brand new box of examination nitrile gloves for the times we're having right now.
Awesome.
But he's got about 20 boxes of these gloves, and he sent these to me for free. Thank you very much, Elkin family. You did my friend Pete a square deal, but I know before you did that, before he did that, he made sure he was taken care of and did something for himself. This is Pete over here at the prison yard, and we're trying to get her done and do it right. Let's hope you're doing the same thing. Poor little doggy. Poor little doggy. There you go. 12 o'clock on the nose. I ain't doing that for you.
Stop?
I ain't doing that for you. Yeah, after you farted in my face, can you turn it off, please? Thank you.
Get belly rubbed. Aww. See?
Spoiled little brat that he is.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.